everybody, it's Alexa and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title, this is going to be part 3 of my roommate from hell story time. If you guys have missed part 1 and part 2, be sure to go watch them. I will have them linked down below. That way you will understand the story a little more. This part of the video is going to be all about the time that I had my best friend Mel over to my room and how my roommate reacted. And it's also going to be just about Mel's opinion of my roommate. And I did say in part 2 that I was going to try to have Mel here, however our schedules are complete opposites, so I wasn't actually able to get her in this video. However, I did ask her a bunch of questions through a text message and figured that might be a good way to feature her in this video still. This is a picture of us together. Mel also has an Instagram. It is just at youngblood_18, and you should definitely go over there and follow her and tell her I sent you. I will have the link to it down in the description box. Her Instagram is all about recovery related to eating disorders, depression, and anxiety, and it's a really inspirational Instagram, so you guys should definitely go check it out. And now that I've rambled on long enough, let's jump into the video. In part 2, I had mentioned that my roommate Kelsey had brought her 2 friends, Bella and Tara, into our room in the middle of the night, and the key thing I need to mention is that she didn't tell me they were coming over, and she also didn't ask for permission. This was the same case whenever she had anyone over. She never informed me that she was gonna have anyone over. She never asked, hey, is it okay if I have this person in our room? And that is going to be key in this story. So now moving into the actual story, I decided to ask Mel a few questions just to get an outside perspective of my roommate. The first thing I asked her was, how would you describe Kelsey? And her response was that Kelsey was a spoiled brat who did everything and anything possible to take advantage of me, and if she didn't get her way, she would essentially bully me and treat me like crap until she got what she wanted, which I absolutely 100% agree with. And from the comments on my previous videos about my roommate, a lot of you have said similar things, which just validates that I'm not crazy. And then this is where the story gets good. During the second week of school, I decided to have Mel come visit me on campus. Her house was only about 10 minutes away, walking distance, so she lived relatively close, so I figured why not have her come to campus? I can show her around, and I also figured I could quickly show her my room. So Mel came to campus, we ate lunch at the little cafe, I showed her where a bunch of my classrooms were, we walked around campus, so we go up to my room, we walk in, thankfully my room was empty, and after entering my room I shut the door, and literally we were in there 5 minutes, and of course Kelsey comes barging in. So going back to the text messages, I had asked Mel what Kelsey's reaction was, and Kelsey came barging in, she huffed and puffed, she looked at me and said, how long is she going to be here? And she literally had this tone. I don't even know how to describe it, but she had this tone that like, I am the worst person in the world because I had a friend here for 5 minutes when, you know, she's had people here at 2 a.m. Keep in mind, I'm having my friend Mel here and it was like 2 in the afternoon, not 2 in the morning like Kelsey likes to do. And I had told Kelsey that I was just showing Mel my room and I was grabbing my bag because I was going to be going to Mel's house afterwards. And Kelsey, no joke, looked at me and said, next time, get my permission first. Like, are you serious? And at this point, Mel and I, you know, we turned around and just walked out. I, of course, slammed the door so that Kelsey would know I was pissed off. And Mel and I went on our way and went to her house. We talked a lot about Kelsey's behavior, and this is the first time Mel had actually ever seen Kelsey in action and actually being there. All the other times, Mel has seen her on Skype doing this kind of stuff. The thing that irritates me the most is the fact that I needed to get permission to have my best friend in our room for 5 minutes at 2 in the afternoon, and Kelsey could bring 2 people who were roommates to our room at 2 in the morning and not get permission. During the 3 weeks that I was in the dorms, there were so many times that I went in our room and there was just random people in there. Never once did she get permission. And one day I decided to bring it up to Kelsey and I said, you know, if you're going to have people over, do you think you could, like, you know, just tell me, just say, hey, I'm gonna have this person over for a little while. Is that okay with you? Because she always seemed to have people over when I was trying to do like homework and stuff. Never when I was just sitting in my room doing nothing, no. But if I was doing work, she would literally text or call people and have them come to our room. Like, I physically cannot understand how her brain, like, works. Like, there's no common sense. And I also wanted to mention that one day I walked into my room and she had a friend there and she told me that I allowed in our room at that time because she had a friend over and that I needed to leave. I, of course, put up an argument and said, you know, this is my room too. If I'm not allowed to have people without asking, you shouldn't be allowed to have people over without asking. I've never asked you to leave the room because I wouldn't have people over, so you shouldn't be able to ask me to leave the room so you can have people over. And we went on and kept arguing, so I finally just had it and I left, and I actually ended up going to Mel's house because I had nowhere else to go. Campus was really busy. There was no place for me to get my work done, and since Mel's house was in 10 minutes of a walking distance, I decided to just go there. So that essentially sums up this part of the story. I also went ahead and asked Mel if she thought I was overreacting in saying that I had a roommate from hell, and her response was that I definitely wasn't. She also mentioned how manipulative and controlling Kelsey was towards me. She also mentioned the part about me having to go to her house because Kelsey had a friend over. And the last thing I asked Mel was if there was anything she wanted to add, and she said that she is happy that I am no longer roommates with Kelsey. She also said that she is proud of me for standing up for myself when Kelsey was bullying me after I was standing my ground on what I knew was right. And she also added that she thinks more people should stand up to their bullies like I did. So that is the end of part 3 of my roommate from hell. I hope you guys liked this story time. A big thank you to Mel for participating in this story, even though she was not physically here. Like I said in the beginning, be sure to go follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram is just youngblood_18. I will have it linked down below. If you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and let's see if we can get this video to 150 likes. While you are down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I upload new videos. If you guys would like to keep up with me off camera, be sure to go add me on Snapchat. My Snapchat is just alexas.life, and I post pictures of food, things I'm doing, and stuff like that. Another good way to keep up with me off camera is to go over and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both of which are just alexas__life. And again, I post pictures of food, things I'm doing, and stuff like that. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys!